Pokemon cards and products are so expensive out of the gate now. Back in the day, you can pick everything up more or less what you wanted it for, but now there's a lot more people in it, a lot more worldwide, and a lot more money and investment in Pokemon. A lot more people are collecting it as well. We've learned on our journey that spending too much money, making the mistakes, it's not good. I've done that in the past, but now hopefully them things are over. I'm calm, collective, I take my time which set and which cards that I want to collect or invest. That being said, in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the 7 affordable investments that you might want to pick up. Scarlet and Violet era, nobody wanted, but guess what? They want it now, and in this video, we're going to talk about, firstly, about Paradox Rift and that Steelix. Paradox Rift is probably the best, or maybe one of the best sets from Scarlet and Violet era. I think most of you can agree. Why do I feel that it's the best set? Because of the cards in it, the special illustrations, the illustrations. You've got the Rory Moon, the Groudon, you got Iron Hands, the Valiant, and this Steelix, a Gen 2 Pokemon. Love to see it. It's absolutely beautiful. I think we've only got another kind of like illustration rare, which was from Sun and Moon. But the other ones I do like as well are from Skyridge and Neo Dynasty, which is absolutely beautiful. But this one is beautiful as well. At $23, you cannot complain. For me, I'm going to get a couple of these, but in Japanese, because I just love and adore the Japanese versions. They are a little bit cheaper as well, which makes absolutely sense. We know it's nice to obviously see the name, but as long as you know the name, you are getting a really better quality card than obviously the English, because we know the English aren't too good on card control at the moment, and it's got even worse with Twilight Masquerade. But Steelix as a whole is an absolutely banger to pick up. Number 6, the Pokemon Center stamps. That is the ETBs, or if they're doing like a release online, they will send you out a Pokemon Center stamped promo, which for me is a really good investment if you can get any, and if you want to get any, that is. For me, I like the Miraidon. It's my favorite legendary out of Scarlet and Violet. I do it's okay, the Coridon, but Miraidon for me is much more nicer. I did actually pull the Miraidon special illustration from Scarlet and Violet base some moons ago. Well, that's how it feels anyway. But like the Charmander is a Gen 1 Pokemon. It's absolutely beautiful looking through that stained glass window. And the Pokemon Center one, it's still very cheap to pick up. When I'm talking about that Miraidon, that one is literally a lot more expensive. The Coridon is rising up as well. And I've noticed the Charmander is rising up. These promos are rising. They are, like I say, are so much better than the standard ones. And when the standard ones are still there, but the Pokemon Center ETBs aren't, boom, there goes the price. And that's the value you'll have to pay for these promos. Sequential set. You've probably guessed it already. That's the Ralts, the Corilla, and the God of War. Absolutely beautiful artworks. You get Ralts, the baby's not there, then the baby's born, then obviously the God of War becomes the nanny. And God of War is the most expensive most expensive card from Scarlet and Violet. Yes, it's not the Miriam off, and it's the most expensive now. Picking these Ralts up for literally about $13. Again, a lot of people are selling these on eBay for over $100 in a PSA 10 because it's still quite difficult to grade. We know that with Scarlet and Violet. Look at the Magikarp, for example. The Magikarp has roughly about 20% return of PSA 10, which obviously emphasizes the price, and it's so expensive to pick up. And this is what's happening with mostly all the Scarlet and Violet cards. The Ralts, the Corilla, and the God of War. What a fantastic investment to have as a whole. I'm going to pick these up personally because I want them in my binder. Number 4 on the list is the Pikachu. We know, we adore him. We love this Pikachu. He's the mascot, the face of Pokemon. He's absolutely everywhere. He's the most popular, probably you just pop up a Pikachu anywhere and they'll definitely know what it is. More so than a Charizard, Blastoise, Mewtwo, Mew, any other Gen 1. But in this card, it's very undervalued in my opinion. You've got all them Gen 1 Pokemon in one card. So what more do you actually want? It's absolutely fantastic. It's not really picked up yet, to be honest. 151. There is rumors that there is going to be a little reprint, but people are speculating that there's not going to be any reprint on the UPC, which is the Mew UPC from 151, but the ETB and the booster bundles possibly will have a reprint. But nevertheless, this is a fantastic Pikachu to pick up. Number 3 on the list is the 3-pack blisters. I swear by 3-pack blisters. I think they got good pull rates. They're sealed. You can tell if they're tampered with. And if you go back to Black and White, X and Y, some of them 3-pack blisters are very, very expensive to pick up. I'm not saying Scarlet and Violet, the modern era, is going to follow suit, but more often than not, 3-pack blisters are always a good investment, especially if it's a good set with a good promo. If it's got a good promo and a good set, you are on a winner, and you can see some upside over the long term. I have quite a lot of 3-pack blisters, again, because I loved them. And last year, when I opened one of these 3-pack blisters, I genuinely pulled the Magikarp, which was absolutely fantastic. I was really over the moon. But 3-pack blisters is a good investment, and it's a good one to pick up. Number 2 on the list, we have the Magikarp. You've probably noticed it's the Japanese one, not the English one. And this one is going for $26, which I think is an absolutely fantastic pickup and very underrated. It has gone up in price a little bit, following a little bit to the English counterpart. But again, we know Japanese card control is so much better. You are more than likely to guarantee, not guarantee, but close to guarantee a PSA 10 if you wanted of this Magikarp. This is why I believe it's a lot cheaper. But again, within the market, with the Japanese, they prefer the waifus over the Pokemon. But of late, I have seen the Pokemon overtaking the waifus, which is very strange, and I love that. So like with the English side of things, we love the Pokemon more than obviously the waifus and the trainer galleries. But this one is a beautiful pickup if you are struggling to afford the English one. And if you know someone who's selling or knows a seller who's from Japan or anyone, you know, like in the UK or in America, or if you go to a car convention, see if you can pick one of these up for cheap. This one will do well in the future. Just take it. It just needs time. It just genuinely needs time. It's from the Triple Beat if you want to know where it's from. And it's a fantastic, beautiful card. The number 1 investment for me is the Ghastly. I think it's so underrated. It's absolutely gorgeous. The Hunter, the Gengar, and even the Meowth, the Ghastly, is absolutely a wonderful artwork. All Gen 1 Pokemon as well. All original 151. What more do you want out of a card? The artwork and everything is spectacular. It's beautiful. For me, at $25, it's still a steal to pick these up because for me, I feel this will go and make new highs in the future. And I think it'll be one of the top cards in Scarlet and Violet, and especially in Temporal Forces. I think it'll start knocking places off and it'll end up in the top 3. I hope, because it's better than Morty's Conviction. I have no idea why Morty's Conviction's there unless it's playable in the TCG. That's the only thing I can understand. But I think what it is because it's a special illustration, not a special illustration. It's an illustration rare, so it doesn't have that like that power where obviously special illustrations have more oomph and a bit more desirable. But nevertheless, this is a fantastic artwork. Going through Pokemon and investing and collecting is quite scary. This is why I like making these videos, just to give you a bit of advice, a bit of open eye what to expect. Obviously, you make that last decision. You do your own research. Go watch some other YouTube channels as well. See what they are doing. You know, have a good genre of what you actually want to do and what you want to invest in. You invest in whatever you want to, but just be aware that singles and obviously graded cards are very, very volatile. Not so much with a sealed product. Then 3-pack blisters are a really good friend. Personally, I'm picking the Ghastly up, the Steelix up, and hopefully the Roots, the Corella, and the God of War as well. And the Japanese Magikarp at some point. So that's me done, and I'll see you on the next one.